Master Chief Brown, once again, you and your maintenance department have done one heck of a job out here. Master Chief Skagwell, thank you for your help throughout the years. Master Chief Anchor, your guidance and help throughout the years has been terrific. If I've forgotten anybody, please forgive me. To my mother and my sisters and her family for coming down, thank you. It's been a lot that you're here. To my family, Chad and Katie, the other Katie, Pete, thank you guys for standing by and putting up with me throughout the years. To my loving wife, I don't know what else to say, except it's time to start phase 2 and get on. Thank you for sticking by me, for being my partner, my best friend, and most of all, a close confidant that has helped me throughout the years. I promised I wouldn't do this, so this isn't fair. 24 years ago, 1981, we were currently in a crisis over in Iran. We'd lost some hostages, and they'd okayed the rescue attempt to go in. And that's what was happening as I went through boot camp. That's what I remember going down, and that's what I remember being talked about. Now, as I call it, bring this career to a close. We're back in Iraq. We've helped them provide a democratic government and to vote for the very first time in their lives. I wonder how it feels over there. You saw the pictures of everybody running around with green thumbs and green fingers and I voted type thing, the very same thing we do here when we vote. They went out and they proclaimed their proudness to be able to have a democratic country. And that's what this career has meant to me the whole time. It's not and it hasn't been let's go over and take over a country. It's let's go help them out. And through many years, through the hard cruises, the hard times, close calls, it's been there. And we see the effect that we have. But what has the Navy changed? In 24 years, how much change has come to the Navy? The first thing I see when I look out, and that was part of the reason why I said this isn't going to be a dress occasion, is the new uniforms. The utilities have come out 5 years ago. Back different from the old seafarers, and from before that, there was another utility uniform that I wore prior to that. So I've seen the working uniform in the Navy change 3 times, and a possible 4th coming up here real shortly with the new battle dress camis coming out. PRT, a word, 3 letters that's near and dear to every one of our hearts. When I first came in, if you could even walk a mile and a half, they were happy to have you. It wasn't so much a PRT standard. The run times were a lot laxer than what they are now. Like I said, if you could walk a mile and a half, they were really happy. Something that's near and dear to all of our hearts, pay. I was looking the other day and I found an old LES dated back November 1981. My base pay, November 1981, was $683. That was everything. That's what we lived off right there. And I thank my wife with all my heart because she was who got us through those rough pay stages and those rough pay days that there were. Rate training manuals. We don't use that word anymore. We don't have them. They're there, but we don't have them. We don't read them. It used to be we used to have to study our living tails off to make rate. The studying's still there, but now we're computerized. We have them on disk. Our NC1 sends them out to us in the middle of the ocean with a whole bunch of disks out there, and she just handed them out to the kids. Okay, this is what you're supposed to study now. You know, we've become so technicalized that we've done away with paper and pencil now. I brought working uniforms up, but You'll see Petty Officer Stoof there in a Cracker Jack. When I first came in, the Cracker Jacks were not around. Everybody wore a suit and tie and the combination cover when I first came in. And then we went back to the Cracker Jacks of the Old Navy. Aircraft. These are getting pretty old. I can remember when most of these were brand new, when they were rolling off the factory line and flying out here for the very first time and being delivered to the squadron. Detachment 1 right now is sailing with an aircraft that I flew with my very first day in HSL 46. It was a brand new aircraft. It had absolutely, what's flight time from Stratford down to here? 8 hours, 9 hours maybe on it when we received it into the Navy's inventory. And then we took a cruising. Right now it's pushing almost 9,000 hours. So that's another bird that's been in the fight many, many times. The Romeos and Sierras are coming out. It's a great concept. They're a little heavy, but I think we'll make do with what we've got. It'll be a good bird and a brand new airframe to look forward to. What's going to be the future for us? I was kind of wishing I'd get to see the battle group concept. I'm just barely getting to touch it. I wanted to see it because when I first started with the 60s, that's all they talked about. Pretty soon, all the Lambs outfits are going to deploy as one big squadron, and they're going to deploy with a battle group concept out of the deal. And as years go by, we didn't do it. Well, the West Coast is kind of doing it, and here shortly we're going to be doing it. It'll be a new challenge. Challenge for you, you younger folk out there to rise to and overcome. Just like the challenges that we met when I transferred from an H3, an old dinosaur that, shoot, you were lucky if it had any type of equipment and systems in it, into these systems we have now, multi-platforms that can do just about any job that you want them to, and we keep pushing further and further. And that's a credit to you guys standing out there in blue. Every one of you maintenance guys have stood here and worked on these aircraft. And every one of you guys are the ones that put your blood, your sweat, and your tears into them to make them fly. That's what I'm proud of. I'm proud of watching you guys work, because that's what I've got to do now. I'm proud of being alongside of you when the hard parts came. And there were many, many long hours. We were talking about it last night. Shoot, we start at, 5:30 in the morning, and sometimes it's 6, 7 o'clock at night before you get home. Well, Tammy, those days are over. No more. Although I kind of wish. I really wish I could have gone on and kept going. Was talking with some friends the other Sunday after church, and they were both retired already. And they looked at me and they said, you know what? We've all done it. It's not that hard. Just step over the line and do it. It'll be all over with. And you know what? I look at it for years and years and years. That's what people have done. As we've gotten older and been senior in the military, we step aside and let the young people take care. And they take care and move it on from there. We've given them everything that we could, and it's that time of the day again. I don't like standing up here, as you can tell, but I have one last thing to do. Katie, come here. This is going to be the hardest part. Gene, you gave me these many, many years ago. They've helped me out. Your husband is deployed right now, but he's having a good time doing it. He's in VP, so everybody who knows what VP is, you know exactly what I mean. It's not that arduous of a cruise for him. As tradition has had it, as one retires, they hand their anchors over. These, One day he'll To give you a little quick background on John, he's in Misawa, Japan right now with VBA, and they're not due to come back. I really wish he could have been there. But, one day he will rise, and I think he'll make a fine chief petty officer one day for this Navy. Back when we're all gone and it's time. So, with that, I would like to invite all of you guys, everybody to the pavilion next to the Chiefs Club. My family and I have gotten some pizzas and some chips and some sodas and everything like that, and kind of help us celebrate moving on to a different world. And I don't think it'll be any better than what the Navy has ever given me. And that's it. Thank you very much.